Morning everyone, and welcome back to Elfin Homestead. This week we're going to continue on in the kitchen living room area, taking down the ceiling, and also we're going to be taking out the water tank as well. Now let's go ahead and carry on. Nightmare. I'm going to need to go and get a longer screwdriver bit because some of them screws are really deep into that wood. So I'm just going to go and find a longer screw bit. Right, I've now got all them beams down as far as I can go. There's two left that I can't take down at the moment because the water boiler is in the way. So I'm just going to spin you around and show you what I mean. Up above there, I've got two more cross beams to take out, but unfortunately they're tied into this framework that the water boiler is on. I'm not going to be able to take them down until I take this water boiler out. I could imagine I'm going to create quite a bit of mess taking that out. Now I've got two pipes going into the back of the chimney from the water boiler. Now I'm thinking that this fireplace here might have a back boiler on it. We were planning on changing these fires to put some log burners in. Right, my next job is I'm going to have to go ahead now and put a mask on and pull down all this ply that's on the ceiling. The reason why I want to put a mask on to do this bit is because there's quite a bit of old rat poop up there. I'm just going to go and find myself a mask and then we'll get back onto pulling this plyboard down. Right, I now have my mask on. Let's go ahead and take this plyboard down. Yuck. Ugh. Yucky. Yucky, yucky, yucky. Ugh. Right, time for a clean up. Once I've done that, I'll come back to you. Morning everyone. Today I've got another little job to do that I'm really not looking forward to doing before I can continue taking this render off the walls. Let me just spin you around quickly. I need to take this water tank out because it's in the way now and I need it out. But I do think this also comes down to the fire, and it's a back boiler on the fire because I've got two big copper pipes coming in the back of the chimney here, which is quite interesting. Not too sure, but we're going to be taking that out anyway and putting log burners in. It's not too much of a big deal. That's going to be my first job this morning before we continue with this render and the ceiling, is to take this tank out. Right, what I'm doing is putting a bit of hose on the drain part of it, and then put one end into the waste where the kitchen was, and hopefully it drains out into that and not all over the floor. Hopefully. I'm hoping that the stopcock that's on there stops any water coming from the tank above the ceiling into there as well. And I do say hopefully. Right, I'm just going to get myself a little spanner or something to undo that valve. I need a bucket. Right, that is now draining out through this hose pipe to outside. We'll come back when that's finished draining out. Right, I'm back. The water didn't seem to be dropping down in the tank. So I've discovered that the water coming into the immersion heater over there, the water heater, is coming from the water tank that is up in the loft area, attic area. So I've just had to go up there and shut the valves off because it's actually emptying that tank into that heater tank. Hopefully that will start draining off properly now. As soon as that's drained off, I'll come back to you. Right, now the water boiler is now drained of water. Now going to go ahead and remove it. Hopefully I don't get too wet. So far so good. Okay, now the hot water tank's out, I'm now going to remove all that framework that it was sitting on. that's all taken out now. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to have a good clean up and go and have some lunch. Right, I'm back, so let's carry on taking this ceiling down. Okay, so I've now taken down enough of that ceiling to be able to take the rest of this render off the wall. Good morning everyone. Right, today what we're going to be doing is we're going to be taking down the rest of this render or plaster off the walls today. So we're going to start off over here by the back door and work our way round to the fireplace area. Over on the fireplace area I need to get the render off over there because there's a great big crack down the side of it where these copper pipes go through, which makes me think there's a back boiler on this fire. So I'll just go and show you these cracks that I'm talking about. Let me just spin you around. On the back of the chimney breast here, you can see like there's this big old crack going all the way up. It goes all the way through the front of the fire, all the way through the front of the chimney breast here, and again all the way up this side as well. I'm hoping it is just the render that's gone and not the whole chimney breast, but we'll see. And again, here's the copper pipes that go through as well, which have been cemented in. Hopefully it's just the render that's cracked and nothing else. Now I'm going to go and set myself up ready to start taking the rest of this lime plaster off or render. Phew. Glasses steam up with this mask on. Right, now I've got all that render off of that wall, or lime plaster. I'm just going to have a clean up before I start the next wall around the chimney there. Yeah. Well, I've had a clean up. Next, I'm going to continue on with the wall above the fireplace. Now let's go ahead and make a start. This wall's going to be quite interesting to do because there's a big crack in it. Right, let's have a look. Big crack and very damp. Wow. Well, I think I've discovered why there's a big crack in the chimney breast. Now, if I spin you round, I want to show you something which is really interesting. All this isn't original. You can see the original from here going all the way down. That's all stone. All this is just all render. And there's a big solid beam here, a wooden beam by the looks of it, that I'm hoping goes right the way across. Now this might explain why all this is cracking as well, because I am really convinced now, because the way these copper pipes are coming out the back of this open fire is, I think it's got a back boiler on it, and this is what they've built up around it. I'm going to try and take this fireplace out without damaging it too much, or hopefully not damaging it at all, and then we'll take all this off, and if we can get it back to the original fireplace, that would be really, really something special, because we are planning on putting a range in, and this is where we want to put it. So if we can get that back to the original fireplace, sorry, the original chimney, with that nice, hopefully with that wooden beam going right the way across, that would be something special. Now I'm going to carry on taking this down, but before I take the rest of the render off, obviously, I'm going to try and take this fireplace out without damaging it. Right, morning everyone. I've now had a really good clean up in here now, as you can see. And as you can see now, we have got the original fireplace exposed. And I really like this fireplace. I think it'll look really nice when it's cleaned up. Especially with Marie wants to get a range cooker put in there. That'll look really nice. And I do like this solid piece of wood that's coming through. This solid lintel. That is solid. There's no rot in that whatsoever. One thing I will ask is, do you know of any way that I could possibly get rid of all this soot? Because it'd be a shame to keep it. It'd be a shame to cover it up. I would really prefer to get rid of all this soot, clean the stonework up, and add that as a feature. So let us know in the comments if you know of any way of getting rid of soot.
Like and subscribe to my granddad's YouTube channel.
Right, I hope you enjoyed that message from my granddaughter Phoebe, and like she said, please do subscribe. And I'd just like to say thank you to all my channel members and all my new subscribers, and I will catch you next week. Bye.